Development means change. If it didn't, it would be called something else, like stagnancy meant, or nothing ever getting done meant. Okay, there are probably actual words for this. You can look them up on your own time. The point is this: everything we have, every home, workplace, cafe, and vape shop, is the result of development. No development, no homes, no vapes. Pretty bleak, right? Of course, neighborhood residents often don't see it that way. Developers aren't responsible custodians of change and progress. They're rapacious villains who won't be satisfied until they've exploited every square inch of land, water, and air in their path. Well, water and air might be measured in cubic inches, but that's beside the point. It's no wonder people feel this way, though, when time and again, movie developers express nothing but disdain for even the most irreplaceable parts of a community, its history and natural environment, proving that their lust for profit trumps both the past and the future. Curious what residents are really thinking when they hear about your work? Let's take a look. As far as neighborhoods are concerned, there's really only one reason why developers develop. That's right, greed. For a developer, everything has a price tag attached to it. Everything. Even that beloved old building down the block that used to be a bar. Even though it's been abandoned for a few decades, though legend has it that the great-great-grandson of George Washington took a there once. One consequential and undoubtedly very historical night long ago.
The mighty Colosseum, the glory of Rome.
And so the terms of engagement are set. On one side, the developer, out to lay waste to everything we dear. On the other, the neighborhood, taking a valiant stand against the destruction of our prized history. Never mind whether that history is actually historical. Like in Out Cold, where residents often hearken back to the town's founder, who left behind a proud legacy of skiing with his pants down while drunk. Fun fact, developers often have financial incentives to preserve truly historical buildings, like grants, tax credits, and transferable development rights. But that naked skiing thing probably doesn't qualify. Then there's the question of whether certain historical properties are actually worth saving, like the tax-delinquent orphanage in The Blues Brothers or the financially distressed theater in It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie. I mean, come on. If you talking puppets can't put enough butts and seats to pay your rent, maybe the neighborhood is telling you something about how much value it places on your historic presence. Just saying, but that's just the thing. It doesn't matter whether something is actually historical or just old. If developers want to change it, it's worth protecting. End of story. Or rather, not end of story. Because in many cases, the developer's intentional efforts to destroy history is the story. In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the developer wants to destroy Toontown and dismantle its public transit system. In Herbie Rides Again, the developer wants to destroy the historic old firehouse that our heroes call home. In other words, the destruction is the point. And for audiences, the message is clear. History be damned. Evil developers are coming, and they won't stop until they've destroyed your neighborhood, or the entire west coast of the United States. Or, well, you get the idea. If not for developers, mankind would be living in peaceful harmony with the natural world, practicing a humble existence while synthesizing pharmaceuticals from rare tropical bromeliads and enjoying winter sport at modest-sized ski resorts. But, as usual, developers just had to go and ruin everything by attempting to buy everything, paving over every last bit of paradise to put up one more parking lot. Ecological impacts? We don't try to minimize them. We want as many as possible. If you want to develop, you simply must raise every tree in the forest. You must shut down Jellystone Park and sell it to the highest bidder. You must manufacture a drought in order to buy up swaths of cheap land to enrich yourself and your cronies. There's simply no other way to do it. Developers are out to destroy the earth, and it's up to people of good faith to defend it. Or at least, that's the perspective your average theatergoer will bring to the table next time you propose redeveloping that barren, garbage-strewn lot where they like to walk their dog. For the evil developer, complete and intentional destruction of history and the environment are simply part of the job. Communities expect nothing less. Of course, you're not an evil developer, but are you doing enough to prove it? Check out the secret formula to find out, to see what you could be doing to put neighborhood residents at ease. Or, there's this option too.